Welcome, everybody, back to Lefty's Lazy Podcast. I am your host, Quinn, joined to you by DHF, Taz, and the new guest, Jeremy.
Yep,
Hey, Jeremy.
that's me, Jeremy.
Wow.
Ain't that awesome?
Yep.
Yeah. So, today's topic, we were kind of just going over, kind of childhood stuff. And Jeremy said that he had, right before we had started the podcast, that he had a traumatic experience to tell. So why don't we go on to that?
Well, okay. Now that I think about it, it probably wasn't traumatic, but it was a disappointing and sad experience for me. So it was Easter Day. I was outside, like a child do, collecting chocolate candy on the ground, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go hang out with my older brother. So I do that, and he has a friend over there who wanted to go play Halo. So he came up with the best plan in the world to get rid of me and said, you know what, hey, there's a giant golden Easter egg in there. You should go get it. And then so I go in and I check, and there's no Easter egg. Surprisingly, there's no way, right? Burps in the camera.
I'm keeping that in.
Oh
See,
my God.
Taz is just nasty in general. Caught in 4K twice in a row.
Shut the hell up. Kill yourself.
But yeah, I come back and they're just literally gone, and then I just start crying, because children.
Dumbass child.
Dumbass child.
Pendejo.
Been abandoned. But yeah, that's the opener. Oh God, this is a bad start.
Honestly, that was honestly kind of a good start in my opinion. Our
I thought
podcasts
homie's
are
about to
kind of
learn
mid.
about the Easter Bunny's true identity. Like my dad, he's not even there.
He's just a crackhead.
He's just a crackhead.
Man, the Easter Bunny just hiding in the wall snorting cocaine. That'd be awesome, actually. I'd love to see that.
I'm in your walls.
Damn.
Who else wants to share traumatic experience or experience they experienced when they were a child?
Well, we got to kind of hear earlier about like what DHF and I grew up with. But Jeremy, what games not Jeremy, Quinn, what'd you grow up with?
Honestly, the first console I had, well, I used to play like the Xbox 360 and the Wii at like my grandparents' house. But my first console that like I owned, I had this knockoff Wii, and you could play like games like Mr. Onion, and there was like sort of these like really bad Wii games.
No motherfucking way. Bro got Mr. Onion.
I grew up with Mr.
Rip-off
Onion.
Mr. Mario I've ever seen. Bro, what the fuck? Wait, what game was
we
it
grow
ripped
up
off
with
of?
like Call of Duty, like awesome Wii games. Man, I grew up with Mr. Onion.
Okay, after that, I got an Xbox 360 and I played some real games, but that was the first console I had.
Fair.
It's funny.
Damn, bro, I'm never going to forget Mr. Onion, bro.
Wait, I still have it right here. It's called
Mr. Onion
Show
will
us
haunt my
Mr.
dreams,
Onion.
bro.
It's called the Wireless 60 Gaming System.
Gaming.
Bro, you do be wirelessly gaming though.
360 wireless gaming.
That's kind of funny though, because still none of the consoles to date still have wires.
All right. Well, after being conscripted by Quentin to tell a story, one that's actually traumatic, unlike Mr. Golden Egg.
Ouch, my feelings, they're broken.
Oh no. Anyways, so basically, One time me and my brother. Now this was kind of the on the rise of Fortnite, and that's kind of the
Oh god.
you'll understand why I said this later. So basically, he's all using my grandma's computer because that's where we lived at the time, and he was setting up his account. Now, he with his Epic Games password, he wrote it down on a little piece of paper. Then, as we were leaving, me and him, I don't even know how it started, but me and him got into some kind of scramble. And while we were throwing it down on the sidewalk, his piece of paper goes flying out of his hand and it gets caught by the wind and that bitch is gone. So, all right. To now it's Q&A time. What does everyone think his response was?
Honestly, I did not hear anything. My dad started blasting music, bro.
No way, bro, it was
I think
not
he's
this.
dead. I think he just killed you in your spiritual.
Good. I hope you die. Anyways, Jeremy and Quinn, what do you think? What do you think he did?
He probably started pummeling you.
I think he just killed you. I think you're dead.
Honestly, I
No.
think he got Jackie Chan like roundhouse kicked.
No, his retaliation was to throw me on the garage cement floor and stomp on me as hard as he could with his winter boots.
That's sort of
Yeah, he
Bro,
pummeled
over
you.
Fortnite?
So, anyways, bro almost knocked me into the back rooms. All over an Epic Games password.
Man couldn't remember.
Man
And
couldn't
you
get
wanna
that
know
Fortnite.
you wanna know what the funniest part was?
What?
Later, when we actually did get Fortnite running on my grandma's computer, we got 12th place because it was so laggy you could stay in the air for the entire game. So basically, in the end, I got stomped over a game that he deleted right after.
Unfortunate. Bruh.
How
This is
sad.
sad.
This is a real sad moment. Anyways, that's my story.
Beauty. Now,
Yeah.
Jeremy, did you
Now
have
me?
one?
Yeah,
A
okay.
less
Alright.
disappointing one?
Okay, I think this one would be less disappointing. All right. So I can't remember exactly when it was. I'm pretty sure I was like five or four, or something like that. It was when I used to live on an acreage, and we had this little town that was next to us, right? So I'd go to the town, and there would be a school there, and we go out for recess, and it was raining this one per day in particular, right? So everything was genuinely super slippery. And so we're trotting around on the playground. I'm gonna climb this slide and go to the very top. And somehow I climbed up the slide. I don't know why or how. It was super slippery. It was raining. But as I'm walking down the stairs to getting lower down into the playground, I slip and I do a full 180, like a vertical 180, right? So my head is now about to be absolutely slammed on the ground, or not even the ground though. It was like this, those kind of like black platforms, like on like usually by the ground on like playgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my brain just absolutely got smashed by that thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I immediately get off the playground and I'm screaming, right? I'm screaming, I'm in so much pain. And then because I landed on my head, right? I know I landed on my head. So I put my hand on top of my head and I look at my hand and it is red. I'm bleeding and I feel like I'm going to die. So basically what ends up happening is I think a teacher found me or something, and she brought me inside. So and then I go to the office. My mom gets called. I think she like does something. So like put some like bandage on my head or something, and then I got to go home early. So totally worth it. Totally worth it. Would do again.
Nice.
Damn.
That's my
Best way
traumatic.
to get out of school.
Yeah,
You could have
and
just
that's how
said
I
like,
had brain damage.
I'm sick. Cough, cough. But you decided to
Anyway.
die.
Yes, moral of the story, that explains a lot why Jeremy is the way he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That is. I was literally
That
dropped
explains
on
why
my
he's
head
very
when I
special.
was
You know,
Yes.
on this topic of getting absolutely beat up due to, well, in Jeremy's case, being a goof in a bit, I kind of got one where this could probably make people understand. I've been a retard my whole life. No brain damage caused it. So, as I think Quinn and DHL will remember, we used to go to this thing called play program at our old school, right? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly,
Yeah.
very sadly, I do.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like 7 or so, and I'm just chilling out outside with I don't even remember who, but we get called back in, so we all go into this line, and then a wasp shows up, and the instructors tell like kids start freaking out, so the instructors say like, "Okay, everybody, remain calm. It's not going to hit you if you don't move." And so everybody freezes. Except for a specific kid at the very end of the line, the furthest away from the wasp. Me. And instead of calming down, I decide I'm going to flail like a fish that freshly got caught on a fishing boat. I got stung about 6 times on my shoulders. And the weirdest part is that I started crying afterwards, wondering and asking everybody, why did it sting me? So, that's a pretty interesting turn of events.
Nice.
It appears that you I don't think your brain was very developed at that point.
I never did get developed, bro. I think that's what stopped it.
Man said, man was that one guy from Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs who actually
No.
started running.
Bro really called him Sid the Sloth.
No, I'm not Sid.
Oh, unless
I'm
you're talking
Sid.
about the squirrel.
I'm talking
Oh,
about that
Scrat
damn
the
beaver
Rat.
thing that just started screaming and running away.
Nah,
That damn
not
beaver.
Scrat the Rat. I don't want to cause the continent to begin forming.
Oh, bro. Did you guys never watch Dawn of the Dinosaurs, bro? It was a
Oh, I
damn
have.
beaver with them buck teeth. And
Yeah.
then he's like, don't move a muscle. And everybody's completely still. And then this one beaver just starts screaming and sprinting.
Oh, yeah. That beaver. No, I'm an Ice Age character.
You are literally a Ice Age beaver, bro.
Damn, the new term for a retard. Ice Age beaver.
Nice.
beaver, bro.
Nice.
You know, you see a friggin' like kid with the head dent bigger than Malik's, and you just like, bruh, you looking like an Ice Age beaver. On God.
Nah.
No, Jerry did him dirty. That's crazy.
Listen, bro.
The disrespect.
To one of the OGs of the podcast.
In Malik's defense, it's not a head dent from, you know, being called Brick as a child. It's from headphones.
Based. Okay, I
You
have a traumatic story.
Is it about how you had to grow up with Mr. Onion?
No.
Oh.
Good.
Is
Well,
that still even in the podcast, or did he cut that out?
no, that's still in the podcast.
Let's go, Mr. Onion.
Let's go. Okay, but my traumatic story is basically
Get it
I
out.
I'm dying right now. Sorry, I just can't breathe right now. Okay.
Hurry up.
He's dying.
I would like we would always go to family reunions at my grandparents' house. And while we were
Yeah.
there, they've got lots of like World War II like trinkets and stuff, but quite a few of
Ooh.
them like aren't really dangerous, you know. They don't have any like they've got lots of guns, but they don't have any bullets, and like they've got lots of like weapons that have been dulled. And my cousin, I was like 5 years old. My cousin thought it would be a good idea to pretend like to grab one of the old World War II guns and pretend to have it be like loaded, and he was like chasing me around with it. And I thought I was gonna die.
I see. The child chasing runs in the family.
What's
Yeah.
the screaming with
I'm
the
surprised you didn't
bayonet?
talk
What's
about
that
how you
sound
had a
effect?
machete fight with your sister.
Oh my god, yeah, I just got sliced.
Oh yeah, one time on Christmas Eve, we got some new uh they were not really Nerf guns. We kind of got them at like this camp. You got like rewards. It was kind of like a
Did he get him with Mr. Onion?
no. Even though I probably should have. But yeah, I was like pretending to shoot her with them, and we were kind of like running around, and then I have a decorative machete in my house, and she grabs the machete and is like flinging it around, and then so I just decide to grab a letter opener, and I poke her with the letter opener once, and and then I try to poke her again, and then she tries to grab the letter opener with the hand she has the machete in, and it cuts my arm, and then I have to go get stitches, and this is like Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Santa brought you a different present this year.
Bought you the Pain Express, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Most kids ride the polar one. You gotta ride Spain without the S.
It didn't
Damn.
hurt
It's true.
that much, but
Yeah, I got
Try
my
to
arm
do it
sliced
using
open. It
a
didn't hurt
machete.
that much.
yeah, but like when you're in shock, you kind of don't feel pain, and then when they start doing the stitches, they numb you. So
Oh
Yeah,
man, why didn't we bring Malik here?
we should have
Oh
brought.
yeah,
Bro
he has
has
the most traumatizing story
bro
of
has
all.
literally the best traumatic story to tell.
Wait, should we just cut podcast and add Malik?
Why don't we
Nah,
just add him while we're talking?
we're too far in. We're too far
Okay.
in.
Too far.
My idea's good, but it's not that good.
I
Well,
have
here,
I have
we
a
can
stick-
kind of summarize what happened.
I'm also not reshooting. Nah, we'll save it for another time.
No, what I meant like
Alright.
was like just cut like close the podcast and then like open it up with another member, with Malik.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but then it wouldn't make sense. We'll just
Yeah.
keep going.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a Stitches experience I would like to share though, if
Oh, of
you
course.
guys would be so inclined.
Sure.
You know what? No, I'm not inclined.
Okay,
He's not
when you
inclined. I
die,
can't do it. I can't do it.
consider the following.
Like, let it die, let it die. Let it shrivel up and die.
Test.
Okay, I'm gonna say it after that. That was cringe.
Kill yourself.
Alright. So I used to live in a trailer, right? I used to live in a trailer. And we were living in Golden Springs campground. Like that's a good part of like half a year, right? And we're sitting here, and I've made a few friends in this new this kind of trailer park, and we're kind of playing tag in this kind of playground. And in this playground, it had a very 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 interesting quirk to it. They had these pipes in them, right? These kind of plastic pipes that were actually massive. Like you could crawl inside one of them and outside the other side of the pipe. And basically, what would happen is I ended up chasing a guy because we were playing tag. And as he entered the pipe, one of the other people pulled it up in like an upward direction, and I stemmed my nose, like the top of my nose, and I basically had a giant like cut just above my nose, and yeah, I went to the hospital and they wanted to get stitches. They put like 6 freaking numbing needles in there, and I could still feel it, bro. I could still feel it. So I actually ended up they glued it instead of like stitching it. They actually glued it because I was just not having stitches. It was not going. So yeah, that's my stitches experience.
Yes. This has been a fun trip down memory lane.
Indeed, it has.
Wow. My
Indeed,
joke
it
was that
is.
unfunny.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
bro, got no reaction. My honest reaction.
My reaction to that information.
Bubble, 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 bubble.
Why are we?
It's time to cut the recording.
Yeah,
What happened?
Nothing. Isn't this the end?
Oh. Oh, I was
Oh,
just thank you all so much for watching the podcast. I am going to see you guys hopefully next week. Maybe we can actually have some consistency. So, thank you guys for tuning in, but I gotta tune out. Bye bye.